What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone tuning in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. I want to talk about Jalen Rose. He spoke about Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan. He has some interesting things to say. I've had this story for the last couple of days. I'm just getting an opportunity to speak about it. And he had the same sentiment that a lot of people did. A lot of logical thinking people was that, you've known Marcus since he was a kid, young kid, right? Since he was 6 years old. And now you're in a relationship with him. You basically watched him grow up when Marcus' father was teammates with your ex-husband, but the fact that you've been around each other at get-togethers over the years, right? Only for you to now be dating this guy. I mean, he's in his early 30s, so he's not I want to say he's like just this young, naive guy. I think Marcus knows what he's doing. Marcus has probably wanted to date her just as much as she seemingly has wanted to date him. And he's saying that Marcus should be more of a nephew to you, not somebody that you're dating. But what Jalen doesn't understand, unfortunately, Jalen doesn't understand that the women of today are very different than the women that he knew growing up. Now, you probably had women back when Jalen was growing up that were out here dealing with younger guys, but not to the level that we see now. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. I have no problem. I want to say this. I have no problem with older women dating younger men, just like I have no problem with older men dating younger women. It's a choice. You have two consenting adults, right? So I have no problem with Larsa dating Marcus. It's just the optics. You watched him grow up. You knew him ever since he was a young kid. His father was teammates with your husband. When your husband, Scotty, had some gripe about Michael Jordan, he would come home and complain to you. So that's why people are looking at this as weird. Not that a older woman wants to date a younger guy. It's that you have this woman who husband was teammates with her now boyfriend's father. You watched that young boy grow up. You probably used to babysit him, and that's why people are saying what they are saying. But if you have to know Larsa, this is the Western woman. Larsa is like most of these women in their mid to late 40s. They're trying to squeeze as much attention as they can before they are really over the hill. And that's what Larsa is doing. She like the rest of these young grandmothers, right? Or, 40s, really young grandmother, but anyway. A lot of these women want to dress like their daughters. They want to dress like the young girls they see online or in real life because they want that same level of attention. They don't want to be ignored. They used to be the attractive girls in their neighborhoods or at the job. But now they got to compete with young 20-something-year-olds who are getting the attention of the men that they want the attention of. And I think Jalen may not understand that. Maybe he does and he's kind of playing it off. But the women of today, they've definitely switched up. They're all about that attention. They're all about that BBL. They're all about trying to get the same level of attention as a lot of these Gen Z women and millennial women. They feel like they deserve that same amount of attention to the point to where they are willing to date men who they saw grow up as youngsters. Okay, let's get into this fadeaway article. Jalen Rose says Larsa Pippen should see Marcus Jordan as more of a nephew than a mate. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen played 10 seasons together for the Chicago Bulls. During that time, the two players were considered incredibly close and helped the team win 6 NBA championships. But over the years, the two players have separated from each other slowly but surely. One of the biggest turning points in a relationship was the portrayal of Scottie in ESPN's The Last Dance docuseries. Pippen openly called out MJ for that. And the final nail in the coffin for them could be the rumors of Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan dating each other. I think it would be bad for Scottie. because Scotty is the one who wrote a book. Scotty is the one who has nothing but bad things to say about Michael Jordan all of a sudden, which is probably feelings he's always had. And now your ex-wife, the woman that you love, the woman that you still love, is dating your op's son. Marcus Jordan is blowing her back out. And as I said in my previous video, in my previous commentary about Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan, I did a live stream on, what her and Marcus have going on. Marcus is dealing with other women, so she's basically on a rotation. Larsa had to admit that they're not exclusive. She claims they're seeing other people. No, Marcus is seeing other people. You just have to accept that, because if you don't, Marcus will just move on, right? So she's accepting that role. And for all that talking that Scotty has done against Jordan, only for Jordan's son to slam dunk in your ex-wife's box, the mother of your children, that's a checkmate. I don't think Jordan would approve of this either, but I'm pretty sure that Jordan is smoking a cigar, chuckling at all of this, because Scotty been doing all this talking, and now your ex-wife has once again embarrassed you, Scotty. She's out here with Marcus looking like just one of his chicks, man. Following Larsa's divorce from Scotty, many wanted to know who would be her next partner. Well, according to recent rumors, MJ's son Marcus is dating the 48-year-old. However, Larsa recently cleared the rumors and revealed that she and Marcus are nothing more than friends at the moment. Yeah, right. Pippen may have said that, but the two were once again seen hugging and kissing on a date in New York. The obvious age difference between Larsa and Marcus has led to many talking about their relationship. The most recent one was Jalen Rose, the former NBA player turned analyst, believes that Larsa should consider Marcus as a nephew instead of a potential mate. So what Jalen had to say?
This is why we do the podcast exclusives, so we can discuss things like Larsa Pippen. Because at first, do you know what? Everyone thinks that Scotty's so upset about Michael Jordan and what happened with him in the Bulls. But now I think there might be more to that, because there are rumors and there's pictures that she is now, I'll say, hanging out with Michael Jeffrey Jordan's son, Marcus. And you don't need me to explain to you the history between Scotty and Michael. We all saw The Last Dance. What do you make of this news?
I've never read that.
Certain relationships used to be off limits.
Who edited this video, man?
And I, on paper, want everybody to be happy and to live their best life. But
yo, who edited this video, man?
the best thing I can say for her is she should see him as more of a nephew than a mate.
I got a question for you, Jalen. Why is she still Larsa Pippen? If I'm Scottie Pippen, I'm like, why are you running the streets with my last name? God, you know what I mean? Dating the sons of my former player. Like, why are you still running the streets with my last name? Like, it seems like you're kind of trying to eat off of it.
Don't mention my name.
See, listen, everybody can see this, and I don't know either. Why does she have Scotty's name? Y'all divorced. What's up? She's continuing to drag this man's name through the dirt. But, Scotty's so weak, he probably wants to be with Larsa. That's why he allows her to have his last name. When you go through a divorce, you should effectively keep her from using your last name. But again, when you're not a strong person and you only lash out at people outside of your small circle that are an easy target, because you can talk about Michael Jordan and make money off of him, you can do those things. But I think that it's just, Scotty is somebody that is his own worst enemy, and that's why he's gotten embarrassed by Larsa Pippen. But back to the article again. Jalen says certain relationships used to be off limits, and I, on paper, Want everybody to be happy and live their best life, but the best thing I can say for her is she should see him as more of a nephew than a mate. Considering a rift between Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, if Marcus and Larsa are indeed dating, it simply may burn even the slightest chance of the two players' relationship getting better. While both Larsa and Marcus are adults capable of making their own decisions, as pointed out by Rose, some relationships are simply off the limits. But let's see how things turn out in the future, as Larsa and Marcus still haven't officially announced they are a couple. Well, they were out somewhere. And somebody recorded this video.
That's what you doing? You with the boy Mike, son? You a cold motherfucker, ain't you? You cold as a motherfucker, homie.
You know? Oh, man. Listen. As I've said before, I have nothing against an older woman wanting to date a younger guy, but it is weird that you basically saw him grow up. You know him, you know his mother, you know his father, you know his siblings. Okay, you still allow your children to be around his children, even though Michael's kids are a little bit older, right? But still, your families will get together and be around each other, only for you to then be dating him. And again, you're not even really in a relationship, Larsa. You're taking what you can get at this point. Like you just want to spend some time with Marcus on his, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, whenever he wants to hang out with you, like when you call and text him, he might ignore you for a little while because he's probably with another woman. Because I've spoken about how, you know, he was out with this other woman while he's quote unquote dating Larsa. And it's not a good look that this woman who's 48 can't find somebody solid. Maybe she doesn't want that. Y'all will say, well, maybe she doesn't want that. But you're going to be looking bad out here in these streets. And Jalen knows that. Listen, you know, Jalen, you know, he as somebody who at his age, you know, he didn't grow up around that type of energy that a lot of these women have now. You know, Larsa, even though she was married, she now has side chick energy. And a lot of these older women have side chick energy. It don't matter. Age really doesn't matter when it comes to maturity anymore. So many older women are trying to be like these young girls. They out here trying to compete and they're failing. And it's just sad. It's a sad thing to watch. You know, these women are out here embarrassing themselves just so they can get some likes and some comments on social media or get the attention of some guy that ain't really checking for them like that. I don't think Marcus is really checking for that. Marcus is just fulfilling something that he probably has always wanted to do, and that was smash Larsa Pippen. You know? And that's what he's done. I don't think it's really a big deal to him. It's a big deal to her because she wants people to know that she has an active dating life. So she's willing to go out there and make herself look bad in order to get people to pay attention. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.